Hi everybody, thank you for coming back for more Dragon Age Origins. This is my, let's see, very truncated, streamlined playthrough of this particular game in which I am playing only through the main story and pretty much ignoring all else. I do have my made-up rules that govern this playthrough listed in the video's description, and I've already altered them just a tiny bit. I went from no looting to some looting because I realized that I do need to pick up some things so that I could stay alive during some of these battles. So when we last left, we had just finished the Circle Tower, dealing with the mages and all that mess. And I'm glad that is done. And I don't think we have to go back to the Fade again. Oh my God, I hope not. So after that, took a break to go to camp. I cleaned out my inventory. I had a different sort of armor set. It's not really an armor set. It's a clothing set, actually. But it gives me... It reduces my weight, the weight that I'm carrying around. It's probably not the smartest move to have a rogue in heavy armor. And it gives me a few bonuses as well. I also, what did I do? I don't think I upgraded Alistair at all. I didn't have anything for him, but I gave Morrigan a hat or something like that. Just started cleaning out my inventory thanks to, the travelers that have joined at camp. And as well, one of the things about the game is that as you gather folks to help you fight the Darkspawn in the end, they'll meet you here at your camp, and you can put stuff that you found, depending on who joins you, you can add certain tokens of appreciation to the supply crates, which will help them in the end when they fight with you. So I threw some things in there that I had gathered for the mages. All right. So we are just going to get on with it. And these are the folks that we are working with. That's all I have. And that's fine. That's fine. Actually, it keeps it very simple. I don't feel like I'm ignoring folks since I haven't gathered anybody else, and I will not gather anybody else. All right, so after the docks, I want to go to Redcliffe. There are some other places we could go, but I want to go to Redcliffe. That's where we're going to go. So we're going to travel from the docks around and around. And we're going to be stopped by something that wants to fight. Oh, nothing that wants to fight.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
Well, as usual, I spoke too soon. I forgot all about Zevran. Well, this will be interesting. All right. We're going to take down some Darkspawn here. Oh, leveled up right off the bat. I'll take care of that at some point. And who else is left? Is that everybody? That's everybody. So I am going to grab some stuff from these guys here. All right, and we will continue on our merry way. Let's get out of here. All right. We're going to continue on to Redcliffe. Slowly but surely, as it is. Pretty.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
What's on your mind?
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Arl Eamon exactly?
I think you said he raised you.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Arl Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
What? You don't think you might have told me this before?
How? When would I say that? Oh, by the way, King Marek had sex with a servant and she produced a bastard son. That's me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
I think I understand.
Oh, good. I'm glad. It's not like I got special treatment for it anyhow. Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Did she know the truth about you?
She may have, but I think it's more likely that she feared the rumors might be true. I can't blame her for that. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
But you are an heir to the throne, right?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Arl Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Aren't you?
See? I knew you could do it. It's easy, isn't it?
All right, so we got Alistair's little backstory there. Let's see. So I have to make my way into Redcliffe, I believe, before anything can happen.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I need to see Arl Eamon.
Oh. Then you don't know. Has nobody out there heard?
What are you talking about? Heard what?
We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
No Arl? What happened to our Lehman? What is going on?
He's deathly ill. And we don't even know if he's still alive. We haven't heard from the castle in days. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, our Lehman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
And so kicks off events in Redcliffe. Wow, there's a lot of loading.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though I'm just as surprised about that as you are, believe me.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
Why? What has Loghain said about us?
That Loghain pulled out his own men in order to save them. That Caelan risked the entire nation's safety in the name of glory. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
You may have known my father, Tairn Cousland.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
I can help you drive them back.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I'm on my way.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
All right, and so we save, and out we go.
When are the bad men coming? I'm so scared, Father.
A lot of people are very scared, and I cannot help you right now. I've got to find my main story markers. Just as soon as we get outside the castle, which is just past this loading screen. There we go. So here's our first guy we gotta talk to, Murdoch.
Tell them. So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
I'm not here to chat. What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
All right, so we've got to go up. Go on up. Ah, Lord. Go on up to the other marker.
About you, perhaps. Why the deception over your parentage?
I'd figure you'd be the sort who knows all about deception.
I do. And what use the deception might have had ended when King Kaelin perished, did it not?
Maybe. I guess I was sort of hoping that would go away.
The truth does not go away.
I didn't say it was a good plan.
Oh, you too. All right, where's Sir Perth? There we go.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit I do not know quite how to address you. Is my lady sufficient?
I don't care what you call me.
I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
I'll see what I can do.
That gladdens my heart to hear it.
Is there anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
I have some questions for you.
Ask me whatever you wish.
Where can I get supplies?
I'm not sure. Murdoch mentioned a blacksmith in the village, but I believe the militia is using everything he had. Beyond that, you might try the village store. It's locked up, but there may be items of use still within. I do not know.
What about the tavern?
Ah, a fellow named Lloyd runs it. He refuses to close and evacuate to the Chantry. I suppose he might still have something to sell you, though I wouldn't encourage dealing with a fool. He's a profiteer and nothing more.
Tell me about what's happened here.
You know about as much as I do. I returned a day before the attacks began, having heard strange rumors about the abandoned castle. I was the only knight to survive the first attack. Since then, I found others returning from the Arlessa's quest. Until we get to the source of this evil, though, I do not think it will stop. And I don't believe we will be enough.
I want to discuss something else.
As you wish.
What is your status?
Although we are far better equipped than Murdoch and his villagers, we knights are too few. Things will be grim after sundown. Overall, my fellow knights are nervous about the coming battle. Death is almost certain, but we will fight and die valiantly if that's what the Maker demands.
All right, we're going to quit with the questions.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
So choosing the first answer probably would have just led me in a circle over and over again. Okay, so... Oh, dear Lord, the blacksmith is down here, too. What a fucking idiot. All right. Where the hell's the chantry? Isn't this the chantry? Yeah. We'll do that first. God damn it. Oh. Around we go. Ooh, Diana's doing pretty good. So we will go talk to the mother over here.
Let us pray.
All right.
Blessed are you are a stranger amongst us, yet you still agree to defend our village in its darkest hour. We are most grateful to you.
Be grateful when we win the battle.
I will be grateful of your attempt, even if it fails. We can ask no more. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
I would like your blessing, Mother.
Of course, child. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return.
Morgan, I'm sorry.
The prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Was that it? Let me talk to her once more.
What is it you need, child?
Oh, I probably need to choose the actual holy protection choice. Sir Perth needs holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
What do you mean?
Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
But if it... Oh, look at that. But if they think it helps them. That is, but if they think it helps them, ...
I cannot do it. I know that their own faith may inspire them, but these men need to find confidence on their own. I simply won't lie to them. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
All right. Well, that didn't go so well. So let's go out and find the blacksmith. Maybe, unless it directs me to go back to Perth, and then I suppose I'll do that. But I kind of doubt that it will. It's directing me somewhere. And I don't think it's directing me to the blacksmith, so I guess we'll go back up to Perth. Is that where we're going? Maybe. Yeah, and we're going to give him the bad news? Let's find out.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy protection.
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Mother Hannah does not believe she can help you.
I see. Then I suppose we must simply rely on our own prayers. The Maker will not help us. Thank you for your efforts. We shall fight on, nevertheless.
And we're not going to continue on with
with
conversations here. All right, so that updated that quest. Now let's go back and find the blacksmith. So I think that's the end of that, right? All right, and I see that we're getting up to about time, but let's just go ahead since I wasted I'm being stupid. Let's just go ahead and go to the blacksmith, which, God willing, I hope he's down this way. Yeah, there we go.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen, the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I'd prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
Certainly not. I don't know you and I don't want to. Off you go.
I need to talk about repairs for the militia.
That's so. Well, if Murdoch wants more weapons, you can give him the same answer I did. He can make them himself.
I need some smithing done.
If you didn't notice, the smithy is closed, the forge is cold, you've come to the wrong place.
Please, I just want to talk to you.
All right, all right. But I don't know why you're so determined. Here, I'll get the locks.
That wasn't so hard, was it? Holy moly. Behind every damn door, there's a, a load screen.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
Call me Diana.
Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Why have you locked yourself in the smithy?
My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone.
So you intend to drink yourself to death?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
Well, I intend to try.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You are asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you, I'll find her.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
And I suppose there's no
Morgan.
sitting around, is there? Time to relight the forge and get the smithy going, eh? Murdoch will be pleased. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Fair enough. Boy, Morgan's going to hate me by the end of all of this. I've not said it before, but you do, your companions can approve or disapprove of what it is you do. That's why the gifting system in this game can be pretty important if you're looking for high approval ratings from everybody. And in most cases, especially if you want to pursue one of the romances, you do have to have a rather high approval rating from your companion of choice. All right, guys. So let's see. Before we move on, I think that's going to do it for this video. We're already a little bit over time. Sorry for wasting some of it, being so silly. But hopefully things will go better in the next round when we return next time with more Dragon Age Origins. Take care, guys, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.